Well, guys, this is that truck I was talking about the other day. I was gonna make a video on. It's I want to say it's an '89 OBS. It was originally a step-side truck that I got from a really good friend of mine, and one of his family members had the truck, and the bed actually got sold off the truck, and then he put the fleet side bed on it, and then I wound up getting the truck from him. Last tag's 2010. I'm not sure if it was still on the road then or not. I'm not really sure, but I got the truck from him, and we actually did some trading on a 4x4 OBS that I had at the time, and I just liked it because it was a two-wheel drive V8 truck. It needs work. As you can tell, it's just looks like it's got a water leak somewhere. I see that now, but maybe that's why he stored it inside a garage. But as you can tell, it's one of those things that does run really well. Needs that door panel put back on, I think. I personally haven't drove it. I know he drove it, and yeah, I see that probably be leaking too right there. But I did check the antifreeze in it the other day to make sure it had antifreeze in it, because like I said, I know the little motor ran good in the truck, and so in that video about checking antifreeze, I was like, I need to check this thing, and sure enough, it's got it. So let's see if the little clutch is locked up. Oh, look at that. But yeah, it's either 88 or 89 because it's got the metal brackets for the serpentine instead of the two-piece aluminum brackets. This has actually got the old school metal ones. And what I'm comparing it to is this truck right here. This truck's actually got the aluminum brackets on it. But this truck, it's a little 5.7. It was a non-air conditioned truck from the factory. It's got aftermarket air on it, but non-air conditioned truck. I removed, as you can tell, the section out of the hood because I needed a patch panel for T-Bone, the ramp truck, where I put the winch in, and I took that big fuel cell that's in the back of that Danger Ranger over there out of it. So needed something to cover up that hole and where I moved the winch back to. But this little truck right here, I made a video on it a long time ago. This little thing runs great. It's a little 5-speed 350 truck. Of course, dash looks like Wolverine's got it. But I bought it as a parts truck. The front end, it had rolled down and hit a tree and messed up in the guy's driveway. Actually rolled down about, I would say 200 yards easily, and hit the front of a tree straight down a hill, and that was not under power. The truck was not even running, so it was one of those things. But the whole body, other than that whole side's messed up, in pretty good shape. But I bought it, like I said, for parts, and I think I gave them I want to say $350 or $400 for the truck, and just little stuff I needed, like motor, transmission, stuff like that. But I actually bought it to put that drivetrain in this little truck, which this is this is 88 as well. So 88. This thing has the, like I said, metal brackets on it as well instead of the aluminum ones. But this thing I've never heard run. Motor's locked up. Bigger than everything. I mean, she will not spin. It's got a good starter because it clicks like the dickens trying to spin over. But it'll smoke it. But as you can tell, the accelerator cable, all that stuff's been removed out of it because my dually was a diesel, and at the time I just robbed parts off of this truck because I was gonna put a V8 or a 454 in this truck, and just haven't done it yet. But got a bunch of wheels, steel wheels for these things, and I need to put a set of wheels on this thing and put it closer to those over there in the OBS graveyard. But the interior of this truck is really nice. That's a special, like, moss. That was like a 1 or 2 year only, you know, moss and grass growing. You had to like click on special little boxes when you're ordering that. It wasn't a Z71. It was like Z Swamp ones or something like that. I mean, it was like Swamp Man. Yeah, that was the fuel tank that I took out of the ramp truck where I moved the winch to, so that's why I cut that section out of that hood to put in the ramp truck old T-bone, just to cover up the frame and everything where it wasn't getting rained on, and the framework for the new winch. But I figured that would be the hood was already messed up, so I was like, measure this thing out and cut it, and I'll just make a panel for it. But yeah, this is an old truck. Like I said, it runs really good. I've never drove it. My buddy Fuzzy, he drove it right here and parked it, and I need to do something with it. Need to get painted, to be honest with you. Definitely need to paint it. Like I said, if y'all like these videos, keep on liking, subscribe. I think I got 527 subscribers so far, so hey, keep on going up. And these are 2 new additions here. I think that one's going to be named Snoopy, and that one's looks like Fred. I thought Snoopy earlier was a boy, but I said his name was Lefty then, but I'm gonna find out that's a girl. And then that one, wherever she went, well, he went, he's always been Fred. But they just showed up. 2 more stray dogs out here, but hey, they're kind. 11 little dogs. They'll have a home. But yeah, that's a little Danger Ranger. Once again, I had one of these things. My first vehicle was a Ford Ranger. First legal vehicle, I guess I could say, like when I actually had driver's license, and you know, when I first turned I think I got that when I turned 15 or 16, and that was but way before driver's license, I had a bunch of other cars, but Ford Ranger was my first, and it had a 302 in it when Dad brought it home on my birthday on the rollback, and it ran like shit. So I took that thing out and put a 351 Windsor in it, C4 transmission, and an 8-inch back end, and swapped the cabs out because that cab was rusted. It was on it, so I got another cab. So this thing had like 5 different colors to it because I did not have the money to have a paint job put on one. But and I thought it was the fastest thing ever, in which it wasn't. But it was a stock 351 out of a Crown Vic wagon, and I eventually put a cam in it and a aluminum 4-barrel intake. I think I put a 650 or 700 or 750 dual line on it. But once again, I think that thing, the fastest ever went was like a 9.0 and the 8. So not much faster than a 4.0 Ford Ranger. So I thought it was fun. It was loud. But yeah, I need to do something with this truck too. Like I said, it's got a bunch of big blocks. There's a camper way over there. It's got a big block. And, once again, it's either A, I'm going to pull that motor out of that blue OBS and transmission and put in here. There's Fred. What are you doing, Fred? But I'm either going to pull that motor and transmission out and put in here, or I'm going to put a big block in it and kind of make a 454 tribute truck. But not sure yet. But I know they're not going anywhere. I don't want to sell them just because I got 4 or 5 of these trucks now, and hey, I'd use them for parts, I guess. Or who knows? I mean, I might need more hoods to cut holes in and patch holes. And I think somebody's coming to get the Firebird. I think they're coming to get it Friday. Not sure if they are or not, but of course still got the Ford Lightning. There's the other big block down there. But then there's the Buick. Somebody had made a comment, or actually on Facebook, about it, and I really don't know what the car's worth, but they're actually wanting to buy the thing. But I have no clue what this thing's worth. The motor is not locked up. It will actually spin over. I've never heard it run. Then I did get out here and make sure the Corvettes yesterday had antifreeze in them. That one does. I actually drove both these cars and parked them where they're at. I think that one's been there for about at least 3 years, maybe 4 years now, and that one's been going on about at least 3 years. But both of them do run and drive. This one actually is a 6-speed car with the sport ride suspension, and it's kind of weird. It had the cloth interior in this thing, but they both do run and drive. That one I actually put a fuel pump in. Let's see what the last tag was on this thing. 2009. I did put a fuel pump in this thing about 3-4 years ago. And then this one, it didn't need a fuel pump. It did have some OptiSpark parts in the back of it when I got it. The lady I bought it from, her dad had it, and then he passed away, and he had two really nice Grand Nationals as well. And she did not want to part with them at the time. She sold me this thing, but it did have a lot of new parts. I want to say there's an office part back there. And but this car actually ran really well. I think this, yeah, it's a 40th anniversary Corvette. But she is all complete. But it does have antifreeze, so that's a good thing. And the old Cummins truck, it does not have antifreeze because the radiator is completely busted. But this truck was actually driven right here in park. But yeah, I was gonna make another video, like I said, on that old OBS truck. But hey, like I said, if y'all like and subscribe, let me know. And by the way, happy holidays. It's gonna be here before we know it. I think 12 more days. But once again, y'all be safe, and once again, happy holidays. See y'all.